Even though we know that Allah, in his infinite wisdom, made breast milk to be universal, I would say. Breast milk is really not fully dependent on the mother's nutrition. Whether you eat properly or you don't eat properly, the first few weeks or the first few months of breastfeeding, your breast milk is very intact. It is fully nourished with the fat content it's supposed to have. It is fully nourished with the carbohydrate content it's supposed to have, water content is supposed to have, and the minerals it's supposed to have. But there are certain minerals and there are certain vitamins that if you, the mother, is not consuming adequately, then there is a little bit of difference, like iron and then vitamin D, right? So that is also something that you have to pay attention to and ask yourself that and make decision based on that. So it's not somebody who is going to decide for you. You have to decide for yourself based on all of these factors. How is your nutrition before you got pregnant? How is your nutrition in your first stage of pregnancy? That is your first trimester. Did you go through all of those morning sickness, not being able to eat adequately, not being able to drink enough, not being able to sleep enough, all of those things, right? All of those factors, your first stage of pregnancy. If that is not there, then you move on. Your second stage of pregnancy depends on a lot of factors as well. Your baby's muscles is growing as fast as it can be. So are you going to be able to nourish you, your body? Research also tells us that when women are pregnant and then they give birth, sometimes if you are not eating properly, if you are not nourishing yourself with the right nutrients, if you are not giving yourself adequate nutrition and all of those things, your body is going to take out the nutrients that is stored already in your bones, in your joints, and part of your muscles, some of your part of your muscles is going to take out all of those nutrients, the energy that it has already stored, and then make it up for the baby when it's in your uterus, or make it up for the baby when the baby is out through breast milk. Allah always would favor the life of a baby, because the life of a baby is important. The baby cannot get up and feed himself or herself. The baby cannot take care of himself or herself. The baby depends on the mother. So it is the responsibility of the mother to take care of herself, so that the taking care of yourself will take a little bit out of you and nourish the baby. But if you find yourself not able to do that, then your body is going to automatically, that's how Allah designed us, it's going to automatically sap out the nutrient and make up for the baby through breast milk, or when the baby is in the uterus, through building up the muscles and the organs and the nutrition that your baby needs. So it's very, very, very important. These are the questions you ask yourself and make the decision for yourself. I always say the decision of parenting, the decision of our homes is always, always, always very, very critical. And because Allah ordered us to get married, Allah made marriage something that He rewards, right? He made giving birth something that He rewards. He made taking care of our family and our babies, our children, something that He rewards, right? So it is always very important as well, when we have a decision, major decision to make, we ask Him through istikhara. So if you are making decision and you feel like the decision is hard for you to make, try as much as possible to set up some time to make istikhara and see what would be your reaction after that. what would be your decision after that? In as much as we think that this does not need istikhara, it truly is, because the nutrition of a baby determines its future nutrition as well. The nutrition of yourself determine your nutrition in your subsequent pregnancies. If you are depleted nutritionally, your subsequent pregnancy, you are not able to replenish with the nutrients before you get pregnant again, then that is the problem. And that's the problem. Your bones and stuff will sap out everything and give it to the pregnancy. And that, we don't want that, right? You don't want to create problems for yourself just because you are trying to be pregnant, or Allah is creating a baby inside of you. You want to take care of yourself, be responsible for yourself, and then when the baby comes, you are responsible for the baby, and it becomes something beautiful. So these are the questions that you really have to sit down and ask yourself. Ask yourself, what is your nutrition? What is your nutrition status? What is it? So that is dicey. It's very your decision to make, and the decision of your doctor. Make sure that your doctor is on point. The doctor understands what Ramadan fasting is. If your doctor is not a Muslim, or doesn't know, is not familiar with Ramadan fasting, you make sure you let them know, okay, before you take that big decision. Our body as women, when we are in the childbearing age, our body cannot be sustained for fasting for more than 30 days. For 30 days. So he has not made it obligatory for us to fast when we are on our period. So when you are on your period, 3, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, you are not obligated to fast, but you have to make up the fast, because that's making up is not 30 days long. So it is bit by bit, right? So there is very beautiful wisdom here if we really think about it, right? So it's the same thing. When you are pregnant, you will not be on your period. It's like everyday salat, everyday saum, everyday fasting, right? So once you decide to fast, you have to also think about, okay, are you going to be fasting every day, or are you going to be fasting every other day? I know there are sisters who have fasted when they were pregnant and it wasn't a problem, but sometimes you want to also think about your future body, because pregnancy is a nutritionally demanding period, as well as breastfeeding is also a nutritionally demanding period. So you want to really think about your future body. So even though now you are able to fast and you are pregnant or you are breastfeeding, how about in the future? Like I said earlier, how about when you want to subsequently have a baby? Are you going to have enough time to really pay attention to getting your body ready for the next pregnancy? Or is it going to be the same thing? You understand? So that's very important. That's very dicey. And may Allah, whoever is planning to fast whilst pregnant, may Allah help you in making the best decision. And then the ulama says, when you want to fast, just as what the recommendation is, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also said, as far as you know that you are not, your pregnancy is not in danger, you are not endangering your baby and your health, then you can decide whether you want to fast. But then the endangering of your body, of your baby, and then of your health sometimes doesn't come right away. Sometimes it takes time. Okay? Sometimes it takes time. It doesn't come right away. So you have to pay attention. Right? Like right now, you can make the decision and you want to fast. But then in the future, maybe your body has sapped out the nutrition and the energy and everything, and you are not able to replenish, and you are pregnant again. That is the endangering of your body, your health, and then your subsequent pregnancy. So you have to like really put pen and paper together, and then weigh things out and see if anything like sounds like a red flag. Or you can just try and see maybe one day and see if it works for you. If not, then you just leave it.